Three news stories for you. Firstly, viewers, we have a new story from the United Arab Emirates, UAE, where drone strikes have been conducted on at least two targets in Abu Dhabi, which is a state of the United Arab Emirates. UAE, which is known for providing weapons to other countries, is now being hit by drones. Who conducted drone strikes on the UAE? Secondly, viewers, Amhara regional government graduated a new batch of special forces today. We are seeing recruitments in regional forces in Amhara, in Somali region. Gezacho Molone, spokesperson of Amhara region, yesterday spoke about new recruitments in Fano too. Thirdly, viewers, 2 days ago, Ethiopian government lodged a complaint with executive board of WHO, World Health Organization, against Dr. Tedros Adhanom, accusing him of backing TPLF, accusing him of spreading misinformation. WHO has responded to this development. What is WHO saying in response to Ethiopian government's complaint against Dr. Tedros? Firstly, viewers, United Arab Emirates, where drone strikes have been conducted on Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi airport has been hit and Abu Dhabi industrial area has been hit, where some fuel tankers have been attacked by drones. Who conducted drone strikes on the UAE? Iran-backed Houthi fighters have claimed the responsibility of these drone strikes. Houthi fighters who are fighting in Yemen, they have claimed the responsibility. UAE has significant footprints in entire region. UAE was involved in Libya. Then we know that there is a massive presence of UAE in Yemen war. Here UAE is backing Saudi-led coalition, and in southern Yemen it's backing a group STC. Then we know that in Ethiopia, UAE provided Ethiopian government with drones. UAE-Iran tensions have also been going on. In Sudan, people complain that UAE backs the Sudanese army. So, in several countries, there are footprints of UAE's intervention. Now, UAE is being targeted by Iran-backed Houthi Yemeni fighters. Yesterday, there came some reports of explosions in Iran. In 3 provinces of Iran, some loud explosions were heard, but Iranian government did not issue any statement about the cause of these explosions. Reportedly in Kurdistan, Hamdan and Kermanshah, loud explosions were heard yesterday. Could these drone strikes be a response to the explosions which occurred in Iran? That remains to be seen. But so far, Iran-backed Houthi fighters, they have claimed the responsibility of drone strikes on the UAE. Now, secondly, viewers, regional government are continuing their recruitments in regional forces in Ethiopia. Today, a new batch of Amhara special forces completed its training. It is 10th batch of Amhara special force. Ilkal Kifale, Amhara regional president, addressed the new soldiers who graduated today. Yesterday, we saw a statement from Gezacho Molone, Amhara regional spokesperson. He had said that Amhara region would would conduct more recruitments in Fano, it would back Fano, it would expand Fano as an organization. Then yesterday we saw pictures from Somali region as well. Somali region yesterday graduated new batch of its regional forces. Tigray is already doing recruitments. In Oromia, regional government, OLA, both are conducting recruitments. So across Ethiopia, we are seeing that youth is being recruited in special forces, in police force, in military, in armed groups. Ethiopia needs this youth to work in other fields too. I mean, if you keep on conducting such massive recruitments, it means you are wasting your youth. Yes, you need forces too, but such massive recruitments, it will have an impact on Ethiopian youth. Ethiopian youth needs to be educated. It needs to excel in other fields too, other than the security fields, where massive recruitments are underway by regional governments, by armed groups, by groups declared as banned groups by Ethiopian government, by groups backed by Ethiopian government. So all groups are conducting recruitments in Ethiopia. Now, lastly, viewers, 2 days ago, Ethiopian government filed a complaint against Dr. Tedros, WHO head. Ethiopian Foreign Ministry dispatched a note verbal against Dr. Tedros to Executive Board of WHO. Then Ethiopian mission at the UN also leveled allegations against Dr. Tedros. In the note verbal, Ethiopian government urged Executive Board of the WHO to launch an inquiry into the conduct of Dr. Tedros. Ethiopian government had said that Dr. Tedros was biased, he was supporting TPLF, and he was spreading misinformation, disinformation rather, and he was a backer of TPLF, and he was interfering in Ethiopian internal matters. Now, WHO has responded to these allegations. A few hours ago, WHO released a statement. WHO says that it will continue asking humanitarian access to Tigray region. It will continue asking Ethiopian government to provide access to WHO, to provide delivery of medical aid to Tigray. WHO says that it is aware of the dispatch of note verbal against Dr. Tedros, but it will continue asking Ethiopian government that it should provide access to WHO for delivery of medical aid to Tigray. WHO says that Tigray conflict is not different from other conflicts like Syria, Yemen, other conflicts. WHO needs access to Tigray. Now, will there be any action against Dr. Tedros at WHO? I don't think so, because when he tweets, he always shares reference. He always shares source. He never shares his own opinion on his Twitter account. If you analyze his tweets closely, you would see that he does not express his opinion. Rather, he shares articles of newspapers, international news outlets. He shares statements of UN agencies. So that is how I think he is sharing things in a very safe way. I personally think that it would be difficult to label his behavior as misconduct, because he always shares references, sources. Then he was not in Tigray. Of course, his subordinate staff collected figures about humanitarian situation in Tigray. So he cannot be directly blamed for what is happening in Tigray, or what is happening in terms of figure fudging as is being claimed by Ethiopian government. I personally don't see him proceeded against for misconduct. Let's see what happens. Think for